episode 10, 1-0, and today we have quite a few hot takes from the Discord. So if you want to drop some hot takes in the future, go and join the Discord. And every Sunday I ask for the hot takes, drop them in there, and Tuesday I drop the Hot Take Tuesday videos. So we have a few here today. So we are starting with the Colts one. So the Colts are winning the Super Bowl. This is by Red Panda. So, as y'all know, a lot of us are Colts fans around here. I'm a Colts fan. But I'm going to say this is hot myself. We grade on from cold to hot, piping hot being least likely, cold being most likely. So I'm going to give this one a hot because we don't know what Matt Ryan's going to be in this Colts team yet. We don't know if he's going to take another cliff. Now, it's not expected for him to take another cliff, but you just don't know. This wide receiver room needs to find a way to get some separation. And when you're going up against other teams like the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Raiders, the Broncos, so that's just the AFC West alone. Then you have, even the Dolphins with Tua and all those weapons. Yeah, our defense is going to be the star of the show this year. Josh Allen and the Bills, Lamar Jackson. You got to be able to score points in the AFC if you want to make any kind of run in the playoffs. So I'm going to give this one a hot. I think if the Colts make it to the Super Bowl, they will win it. Thing is getting there. That's the most difficult part. You go through that death row in AFC. So I'm giving that one a hot. Then you have Big Boy Flex coming in with Joe Burrow wins the MVP award for the first time in his career. So, I put this one down as warm. It's likely, but there's also some questions. There's also some reasons why he won't. My MVP winner this year is going to be Josh Allen. That's my prediction. Josh Allen has been so good in the NFL. Not even passing. Everyone wants to talk about Lamar Jackson running. I mean, Josh Allen is a pretty damn good runner too. Now I'm not saying he's as good or better than Lamar, but just saying Josh Allen does everything in both categories extremely well. So I think Joe Burrow winning MVP is very difficult because of how many good quarterbacks there are. Now, this is no knock on Burrow, but there are around 7 to 8 quarterbacks that are more talented than Burrow. Now, a lot of you aren't going to agree with that, but I think there are 7 to 8 quarterbacks that are more talented than Burrow. So and it's a quarterback-driven award, right? So it's probably going to go to Allen, Mahomes, Rodgers, Brady, maybe Herbert, maybe Joe Burrow puts himself up there in that debate. Is he going to win it? I don't think so. But I'm going to warn because it's possible. It's very possible. Then we have Nightings. He's a very interesting one as he did, the same, as the same he did last week. He says Davis Mills wins MVP. Actually, I'm not going to spend too much time on this one, but I'm going to give this one piping hot. Doesn't have much around him. I do really like Davis Mills. I think Davis Mills is an awesome quarterback. I think he's much better than people think than give him credit for. Davis Mills is very talented, just doesn't have much around him. Josh Allen, Mahomes, all the guys I mentioned before are all guys that have better chances to win this over him, in my opinion. So, Davis Mills winning MVP. I'm giving that a piping hot. So then Fishmaster 21, he says Chris Olave wins Rookie of the Year. I give this one warm too. Chris Olave is actually right now number 3 in the odds to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. My opinion, I think Olave has a chance. The quarterback situation's a little iffy. We don't know how Winston's going to be off of the ACL tear. We don't know how, the quarterback situation's going to be if Winston plays well. And then also don't forget that there's a lot of volume, so he may not get targeted as much. On the other hand, I'm going with George Pickens for my Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think George Pickens is going to win it. George Pickens has absolutely lit training camp on fire, and he has had some amazing catches in preseason as well. When the Steelers draft a wide receiver, when they really like the wide receiver, it's a shocker, right? The Steelers always produce very good wide receivers. They had AB, Juju, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool is solid. They always find a way to just produce wide receivers. Even before AB, I believe Hines Ward was a very good wide receiver for them as well. So they just know how to develop that talent. And then having a better quarterback that can throw deep, that can, throw a lot better than Big Ben. I think George Pickens has the ability to be the best rookie wide receiver this year. I think he has a chance to be the best wide receiver in this class. Yeah, that's a little bit of a hot take right there. But, yeah, man, George Pickens is very talented. So, for Chris Olave winning Rookie of the Year, I'm going to go warm. Then you have other guys like Drake London. You have a lot of other guys. But I'm going to go with George Pickens for my offense Rookie of the Year. Fishmaster thinks Chris Olave is going to win, and I'm going to give that warm. So then Gold 4307 comes in with Antonio Williams wins running back 2 for the Giants. My problem with Antonio Williams, he's an interesting back with an interesting story. He played in Buffalo last year. My issue is he couldn't make his way onto a Buffalo running. He couldn't make his way onto Buffalo's running back depth chart, and that's an issue because Buffalo's running backs were not good. I'm not a big Zach Moss fan. I'm not a big Devin Singletary fan. I'm not huge on their running backs. I'm not very high on them. So Antonio Williams being running back number 2, I think Matt Breida takes that spot at number 2. And we all know Barkley's going to be 1. Maybe Williams takes 3. There's another guy at 3 that I've looked into a little bit, but don't know much about. I don't even remember his name. It's something Gainwell, something like that. But I think that kid can keep his spot over Antonio Williams, and I think he should. I don't really know too much, but I'm gonna give this one a hot because I like Matt Breida. Williams couldn't make it onto a depth chart last year in Buffalo, where Zach Moss, Devin Singletary, that Buffalo's running back room wasn't deep. It wasn't great. So I'm not going to go with Antonio Williams taking the running back 2. I'm not going to go with him even making a roster, in my opinion. So then we have Silver Sabs. It's called Hot Take Tuesday, so why don't I drop a very hot take? Okay, let's hear it. Bills losing first round of the playoffs. That is the first half. And then he kind of has 2-1 here. We're going to talk about this one first. So, the Bills lose in the first round of the playoffs. I think this is piping hot. I would probably go hot because, it's any given Sunday. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who they're going to play. Maybe they get a bad matchup for them. But, honestly, man, I am so high on this Bills team. As everyone should be and everyone is. This Bills team is one of the most talented, if not the most talented teams. And then you throw Josh Allen in that mix, forget it. Josh Allen is going to bring this team to the promised land. I absolutely believe that Josh Allen can bring the Buffalo Bills to their first Super Bowl win, bring them to the Super Bowl, and win the Super Bowl. Something the Bills have not been able to do in the past. So I think that gets done this year. I really like Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills. I don't see him losing in the first round. They're going to be ready. They're going to be hungry for the playoffs again this year because of what happened last year. What happened the last few years, to be honest. But, yeah, man, I don't see the Bills losing in the first round. I'm going to go piping hot on that one. So, the second part of his here is Giants finished second in NFC East, Eagles being first. So, that's kind of another, 2-1, I guess. But he's more so talking about the Giants. So the Giants finishing second, I think is unlikely. I think the Giants are the 4th best team in this division. Now the Giants have some solid pieces. They do. And I really do like the head coach. I really do like what he did with Josh Allen, Brian Dable. This coaching tree is solid. My issue is I just don't see Daniel Jones taking any leap. Daniel Jones just has not gotten it done. When he's had an offensive line, he was it. That's about it. But he fumbles a lot. He turns the ball over a lot. When you fumble as much as he does, it's very difficult to have a sustainable offense. I think Washington and Dallas finished ahead of them because you don't even know if Barkley's going to stay healthy. I think Washington's O-line is slightly better. Slightly. But you could definitely go with the New York Giants O-line. It's both the lines are neither are proven. And Washington's receivers are really good as well. I would take Wentz over Daniel Jones. He has an arm. Carson Wentz just has more production overall, even though you turn the tape and you see that Carson Wentz could have thrown 24 touchdowns or 24 interceptions last year. I'd rather a quarterback that can throw 30 TDs and maybe 24 interceptions than 10 TDs and 13 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? I think Carson Wentz is more productive. Now, Daniel Jones is a much better running quarterback, that's for sure. But I just don't see the Giants doing anything. Maybe Brian Dable's system does help Daniel Jones, but I don't see it being enough to crawl to number 2. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad at you if you flip-flop Washington and New York at 3 and 4. I think that's fair. But I think there's a clear 1 and a clear 2 in this division. I think the Philadelphia Eagles are the clear 1, and I think the Dallas Cowboys are the clear 2. Dallas Cowboys lost some important pieces last year. The Philadelphia Eagles just gained important pieces last year. Now it does take time for quarterbacks to adjust to their new weapons. It does take time for that kind of stuff to happen, and this Eagles O-line isn't going to be an issue. Usually O-lines take a little while, take a few weeks to get used to each other as well. Usually 3, 4, maybe 5 weeks for new components of an offensive line to be fully in the system and be comfortable, maybe even longer. But this Eagles team, they can run the ball. Nick Sirianni is creative. They have weapons. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. They have some solid corners. Defensive line is one of the best defensive line rotations in the NFL. Linebackers could be better. I do like Zamir White, but these linebackers could be better. Safeties, they're okay. You have Eric Harris. Other than that, not too in the safeties, but I think the Eagles are the clear-cut 1 in this division. Now, if Jalen Hurts doesn't take a step up, I could see the Cowboys winning the division. If Jalen Hurts doesn't make the step up in the passing game, if you can't rely on Jalen Hurts to pass the ball to win a game, I can see teams just loading the box, not letting Hurts run, making Hurts beat them with his arm. And if he can't do that, then I absolutely see then I could see the Eagles finishing second. Then I see Dallas finishing first. Dallas is still talented. We are all expecting Dallas to take that step back. So they're not really overrated. Unless you're a Cowboys fans, then you kind of that's a little bit of a different story. But no shots. It's just Dallas is supposed to win it every year in quotations, But I think the Cowboys and Eagles are gonna be in a battle for that number 1 spot, especially if Hurts can't get the passing game figured out. If Hurts gets that passing game figured out, I could see the Eagles taking it. But I think it's something to go back and forth. Also, remember that no one has repeated being the NFC East champion since like 04, 05, 6 or 7. It's something like that. It's been a long time since someone has repeated. So history is saying that the Cowboys won't win. Maybe Washington finds a wild way. Maybe the Giants do end up finding a wild way, and Daniel Jones does play really well. Brian Dable brings the best out in him. But as I see it right now, on paper, my opinion, this is where I see the division. Eagles 1, Cowboys 2, I'm going to go Washington 3 and New York 4. Both franchises are, Washington and New York, they're both unstable franchises at the moment. Both are pretty bad. I don't see either being 2 or 1. Maybe. There's always that surprise team. Maybe one of these two teams have a lot of stars that we just aren't thinking about or aren't looking at, or just not given a realistic chance or a real chance. So our last hot take. No, I gotta give you my thoughts. So Giants finished second. I think that's hot. I think I did say hot. I'm not sure though. But the Eagles finished first. I think that's warm. But I could see Dallas in a situation winning the division. So then you have Sports Lover 247. The Lions will make the playoffs. So this is a fun one right here. I like talking about the NFC playoff picture because it is pretty wide open. After, I would say there's 3 locks. I would say the Rams, the Bucks, and the Packers are all locks. Now I get it. Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay lost a lot of weapons, but Romeo Doubs is an amazing option for Aaron Rodgers. Christian Watson is a big play waiting to happen as long as he can consistently catch the ball. But you look at this Packers team and it's solid. Excuse me. But after that, I think the Eagles get a playoff spot. I think the Saints, Niners, I'm blanking. The Saints, Niners, Cowboys. I think there's a shot. I think there's a chance where the Commanders, the Giants, or the Lions can really surprise. I think one of these 3 teams are in for a surprising season. I think it could be the Lions due to the coaching, the leader they have. But I think the other 2 teams still have more talent. But Lions making the playoffs, I'm going to give it a hot. Just because they're like bottom tier. You have the Rams, Packers, and Bucks locking up 3 spots. You have the Eagles and Cowboys. You're probably locking up 2. Cowboys don't make it. You have the Niners, the Saints. And then, maybe if the Cowboys, Saints, or Niners say the Saints just don't, the quarterback situation just doesn't work out, or Trey Lance and Jimmy G, that just doesn't work out. Maybe one of these 3 teams find the way to sneak in and steal a playoff spot. I can see that. So, you guys let me know what you think about these hot takes. We had some pretty good ones today. I enjoyed talking about these today. A lot of fun ones. So, you guys give me your thoughts. Let me know what you think. That's all I got for you today. Thank you for tuning in to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, put the post notification bell on, so you don't miss any future videos. This is JDW signing off.